Wow. There's a lot of range in this. This kind of is the icing on the cake for this library for me. Hi, I'm Don Bodan from SampleLibraryReview.com, and today we're going to be checking out the Emotional Violin from Harmonic Subtones. Emotional Violin is the second virtual instrument in this series produced by Harmonic Subtones, makers of the very popular Emotional Cello library. Developers set out with a goal to perfectly capture the musical aspects and combine them into a great sounding instrument. They did this using contextual sampling. This is where they're using several different instruments sampled in various different ways over a period of 4 years to come up with an instrument. Library downloads is 6.89 gigabytes. It was recorded at the Master Mix Studios near Munich with high-end microphones. Contains 3 master patches with multiple key switches. It's an emotional cello, intimate cello. It's got 4 different legato transitions in total. It simulate bow change, passionate portamento, and they're very easily controlled by a velocity. Contains over 100 articulations with sustained shorts, 9 round robins, trills, exotic effects. I won't list them all here. We'll get into that in this video. For sound controls, there's 3-band EQ as well as a Sordino control, convolution-based presets for timbre impulses to add character, as well as separate room and reverb convolution presets. Library is a contact player instrument, meaning it's compatible with the free or full version of Contact Player 5.7.3, and it normally sells for $199 US. All right, we're going to be doing a first look here. I have not played with the instrument before. I watched a couple of the videos, got a pretty good idea of this instrument, how it works. As you can see, we've got the master patches for violin, the emotional violin, intimate violin, and then we've got this manual legato speeds control for this third NKI and the master patches. I've got the third folder, which are violin, sustain, standards, specials, shorts, pizzicatos, tremolos, trills, soft padding expression, and double stop chords, which I'm definitely going to check out. And then we've got some special instruments here with the morbid sustain, ancient ethnic pizzicatos, Arabic VSWs, harmonic glissando effects. These are going to be fun to listen to. Room tone with human being. I'm excited to check that room tone out. There's so many times when a little bit of room tone could go a long way. Let's jump right in. It loads up here with the slow and passionate setting. And I believe the crossfade is set right now for our dynamics. And you can tell right away, it's got a really nice tone, nice character, and it's showing the legato transitions here. So it's a legato, the legato performance is triggered via how quickly and how much overlap you're playing. So if I do really slow, I get a nice portamento. If I do it fast, I get fingered legato right there. And I do have my mod wheel that is CC controlled right there to the X fade. And so that's the slow and passionate. We have only checked out one articulation. I'm already really liking the sound of this. Slow and passionate. Let's hear it in the higher register. And for something a little bit more, to play a little more quickly, probably want the agile, passionate and agile. Yeah. It's got a nice bit of response, and I have a feeling we're only 2 articulations in. With our main articulations, I have a feeling we're going to be able to get quite a bit of realistic performance out of this. We can go to our going down in our key switching. We've got some very fast spiccato. And right away, I want to go in and check out our room that we've got. We've got an on-off for Sordino, and then we've got adjustments for timbre. And I believe this is a IR, if I'm not mistaken. And then we got our room. So let's turn off our room and tune off our timbre and turn off our verb. Now we have nothing but the sample playing back for very fast articulation. And I'm going to go ahead and keep that on for a second. Listen to the pizzicato. That's a Paganini staccato. Let's go ahead and go back in now. Turn these back on. I just wanted to hear those staccatos with no effects on them to hear what we're dealing with sample-wise. Because honestly, this reverb might be a little bit much for me. So let's just get rid of that and let's listen to our room. It's a lot of room. So let's go to a small room. That's very realistic for a small room. It could just be that there's a little too much send for my taste. Although in the demos, which you heard up at the front of the video, you can hear that in context of the piece, this room seems to sound really nice. I'm pretty sure that they use the same room and verb right out of the instrument. And we'll jump into our regular spiccato articulation. The real trick to these kind of instruments is to be able to program in a way that we could jump from a staccato into one of our legato instruments. Moving forward, as you can see, there's so many articulations. I just want to get through them and listen to how they react. Delicate vibrato, and then we've got a fast, delicate vibrato. So it's fast in that it comes on sooner from listening to it by ear. quarter notes, pickup to detaché. Nice double attack there. That's very strong. Marcatos. It's called a vivid in Paganini runs. A lot of character in this. Nice bow sound. You can hear that bow there. Sustains, non-vibrato. And these are all triggering any of these sustains or longer performances. They seem to have the legatos set up. So this bright vibrato versus our delicate vibrato. Obviously, a different performance and a nice bit of change from that delicate vibrato. Bright and decrease, decrescendo, gentle motion. And we got a dolce. As well as a tremolo. And again, that you get that portamento or fingered. You can see my mouse is pointing right over it. Then we got trill hits here. Trill hit. Yeah, I'm not wearing my glasses. Trill whole tones. Trill half tones and trill whole tones. Oh. And then we've got ornaments. Just when you thought you didn't get enough articulations, we've got ornaments down the other side. And I'm going to guess, if I remember correctly, yep, we've got our ornaments. These are triggered key switches, not latching. So you have to hold them down in order to trigger them. You can see this comes on, Rebo 1. So let's go to Let's see, something like our slow. So that rebo 1 and 2. And 2 expressive. 2 vibrato. 2 vibrato late. Falls and rises. And then we've got even more up top here. Crescendo. Short crescendo. Soft end. Sol pont. Trill. And trill. Okay. That's just the front page of articulations. And I think already I like the tone of this, and I think that being able to get expressive performance out of some of these without switching around a ton is going to be my first instinct in playing around with it. There's a couple other panels I didn't address at all. The expert mode, we've got legato timings, some controls for poly instead of monophonic, as well as micro tuning, pitch bend sensitivity. I didn't use any pitch bend. And that's the first instrument. So that is the emotional instrument. Let's go ahead and jump in and listen to the intimate violin. I want to see what the big difference here between these two sounds for these two instruments are. Because I have a feeling it's going to be a different sample set and treated in a different way. Starting off with delicate. Yeah, it's nice because it is delicate, but when I have a little bit more oomph in my velocity for the attack, you heard that bite. Got delicate shorts. Just kind of flip through some of these. I just want to kind of hear them out. I'm not going to dictate everyone to you. delicate and intimate. I think this sulpont on the G, I believe that's what this articulation is. It's really, really tremendous. We've got a gentle motion. And I could be mistaken, but it looks like our additional ornamentation is very similar to what we had before. Yeah, falls, rise, crescendo, shorts. Nice. I feel like this does really warrant the two different instruments. I'm gonna have to look into the documentation. I don't remember if this is a different sample set or if it's just manipulated through the spectral sonic sequence. Let's just check out a couple of these. I'm pretty sure that these are just less intensive versions. So this is a sustain instrument with just some of those sustain articulations. And then I assume that the sustain special will have the special articulations. The short will have the short articulations. So this is basically a good way to you have a smaller footprint if you know you're just going to be playing a certain kind of articulation. And the only other thing I wanted to see is, are we going to be decreasing our footprint, which we can see is drastically down from the nearly 3 gigabytes of the main instrument if you just load up a handful of articulations. So that's a great way to save memory, keep nimble with the instrument. I do want to see what this double stops is all about here. It looks like we've got key switches to trigger. Double stop major is what we're listening to. And double stop minor. 7. Diminished. You can do just, I think you do just about anything with those 4. Or at least you can get really close. We've got a specialty folder. And I don't know what this is going to have in store for us. Looks like it's got the same timbre set up and a different. We did listen to this room and we did have that church we checked out. So let's just hear. This is morbid sustain. Wow. There's a lot of range in this. This specials folder really kind of is the icing on the cake for this library for me thus far. So let's check out the other ones because I have a feeling these are going to be Yeah, I love the human nature we're getting here with these. A little bit of out-of-tuneness. We don't have a control over our dynamics anymore with our mod wheel. But if we go into expert mode, we're going to be able to take a look and see. Yeah, there isn't any controls there. Move on. Let's listen to these harmonic gliss effects. Yeah, that's nice. A nice little specialty effect might come in handy. Building up a lot of overtones. Yeah, that's nice. A lot of build to that. To the sample set there. Percussion. Yes. Thumbs up. Can't tell you how many times I want something like this for scoring. I'm really excited about that violin percussion patch. Room tone with human being. Do you guys hear it? There we go. So I guess this would just be playing back very long room tone. Just hear a little bitty human nature. And there's quite a few of them. This took a long time to record because these are not short. These are like 2 minutes each. You know, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 octaves almost 4 octaves. Very nice. I am gonna say really pleased with what the Emotional Violin has to offer here. Not only do I think that I'm going to be digging in, getting a lot of use out of the Emotional Violin and the Intimate Violin, but I'll tell you what, these special articulations just have so much character. Really be able to add a bit of life to a composition, in my opinion. I'd love to hear if any of these jumped out at you, if any of these patches, anything about the instrument you got excited about, if you're a big fan of the Emotional Cello, which I know is a pretty popular instrument you can be grabbing, or you already have the Emotional Cello. Please comment below. Love to hear your thoughts. Like, share, and subscribe. Always love your support, and be sure to head over to samplelibrarianreview.com for the latest news, reviews, and our weekly deals page.